If you want to grow bigger and healthier plants, there are only 2 organic fertilizers you will ever need. Many people have been asking us what we feed our plants. You may have seen our massive cabbage harvest or the huge onions we harvested recently. So today we're going to reveal all our secrets and let you know exactly what we do to get such amazing results.
One of the organic fertilizers that we use is Alaska Fish Fertilizer right here. And we use this on all of our beds, all of our vegetables. Doesn't matter what it is, we cover everything. You can even use this on your seedlings as well, although we don't do that because we put our seedlings downstairs under light lamps in our basement, and we don't want the stinky stuff in the basement, so we don't do that. But later on, Laura's going to tell you what she uses with her seedlings. All right, so let's get started here. It's really not rocket science. You're going to take some of the fish fertilizer and you're going to measure out 2 tablespoons, and pretty full, pretty generous tablespoons, and I'm just going to pour them right into this watering can. So here we go. 1 and 2. And yes, it does smell quite a bit, but the plants enjoy it. I just usually rinse off the spoon. Just I want to get every little bit of that fertilizer off. And then I'm just going to fill up the watering can all the way to the top. After you fill it to the top, you can get some kind of stick or something to mix with, and just want to mix up, make sure that everything is evenly mixed together. And you're going to just gently apply it to your plants. We do, like I had mentioned before, 2 tablespoons, but this is what works for us, what we've seen results for, but each different fertilizer is a little bit different. So make sure you read the instructions and make sure that you're following them. But this, for us, has worked out really well. This little can here that I'm using is 2 gallons. So I've done a tablespoon for each gallon of ours. It's recommended that every 2 weeks you fertilize the plants with this, but we have not been able to always do that, and still we've seen amazing results with this. So just do it as much as you can, and just follow the recommendations of your label. If you are interested, we will leave a link in the description box below.
The fish fertilizer works great for plants that are already established and we have to continually feed them throughout the season. But something that we also use, especially at the beginning of the season, is Trifecta Plus. And we love using this for our seedlings. Now, I make my own seedling mix, and you can check out that video to see how I do that. And for the most part, I don't add Trifecta to my seedling mix unless I am going to up pot. For example, like tomato plants or peppers, those ones that need to grow for a longer time under grow lights and that they need to be potted up, I will add this when I pot them up. Also, other heavy feeders like onions, for example, for my onion seedlings, I will definitely use this because they're going to stay in the same tray for up to 12 weeks. So this is great for seedlings. The second way we like to use our Trifecta Plus is when we transplant our seedlings into the garden. What we do is dig the planting hole, and right before putting the seedling in there, I will put a handful of Trifecta into the hole, mix it up a little bit, and then transplant our seedlings. That keeps our plants fed for a long time. As a matter of fact, here in the bag for the feeding schedule, it says once a year. So if you do that at the time of transplant, you won't have to do that again. Now, it's difficult for some plants like onions or carrots or things that you direct seed in the ground. So in order to do that, what we do is just sprinkle handfuls of this Trifecta all over the bed, and we just kind of work it in the soil, and then we plant our seeds. I recently found out that we can actually use this fertilizer when the plants are established as well. This is a granular fertilizer, so it doesn't dissolve in water, and it's not like the fish fertilizer that you can just water. So there is a little bit of a process, and I'm excited because I saw Luke doing this, and he showed us how to use it if we needed to use it halfway through the season. And I've never done this before, but I'm excited to try this out. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to experiment a little bit, and I'm going to use this fertilizer now in some of my tomato plants, and then we're going to use the fish fertilizer in my other tomato plants to see how they compare. So what we need to do for this is put the fertilizer around the base of the plant, and then we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. I'm going to take a handful of this, and I'm just going to sprinkle it around the base of the plant. And then I'm just going to kind of scratch around it. So that it can get mixed in with the soil. Luke recommends not just sprinkle it on the top of the soil and leave it because he says that it can mold. So I think that's pretty good. I think I mixed it all in, and that's what I'm going to do with all the tomato plants in this row to see how they do. I like to order my Trifecta Plus directly from migardener.com. I'm in Michigan, he's in Michigan, and I like to support local businesses as much as I can. But if you live outside the United States, I will leave a link in the description box for you. We are nearing the end of August, and it's a perfect time to give our plants a little boost. Do you use any of these in your garden? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.